Hi to all friends, Christians again. Welcome back to another video. This is another request site for Dan, and the name of this video is Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2 is still bad. I haven't seen Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2. I've seen the first one. I didn't like it. Actually, it's probably the worst. It's not the worst movie I've ever seen, but it's definitely the worst horror movie of last year, to be honest. So let's see how bad the second one is. Yay.
Sequel, which I'm all for. I just hope they up the effort a little bit and deliver something just a bit more special. Well, it's still bad. Hey everyone, at last we got the Winnie the Pooh horror sequel everybody asked for, Blood and Honey 2. And I feel like I'm living in Bizarro World or something, as the film debuted on Rotten Tomatoes with a score of 100%, and it still holds an 81% audience
Oh my
score.
god.
Did I watch the wrong movie? I guess when you compare it to the first Blood and Honey, which is one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life, then yeah, perhaps it's a slight improvement. Bigger budget, bigger body count, more monsters. Okay, it's still bad though. Oh, where to even begin? I guess let's start with the first issue I had for this movie, which is the same I had for the first one. Despite being associated with the Winnie the Pooh IP, this still has nothing to do with Winnie the Pooh and his gang. It's just a slasher movie with people in furry suits. Is it so hard to have Tigger bounce on his tail? God damn, why make a horror version of Winnie the Pooh if you don't have any interesting or original ideas for it? Oh, right.
Yeah, money, obviously.
Lies of P is a Souls-like video game about Pinocchio. Now, I'm no epic gamer, but I played it and I loved it. Most of the characters and story points are there, and you can very much recognize that this is in a Pinocchio universe. They took elements from the source material, but they turned that world into a fucked-up nightmare with killer robots and monsters. They took the IP and made something original and interesting with it. It's clear that they made a Pinocchio game because they had a specific vision of what to do with that universe, not because it entered public domain and they could make a quick buck off it. Here's another example. Look at Nick Canyon's content. He takes beloved childhood characters and turns them into atrocious nightmares. It's so creative and effective and fun. There's a lot of passion. His
animations are pretty cool.
So when you compare those to Blood
pretty
and
creepy.
Honey 2, where Pooh is just an angry furry bear decapitating people for 90 minutes, it's just not enough. The big new thing this film has to offer is Tigger. Tigger's in the sequel, everyone, for about 50 minutes.
Yeah, he looks creepy as hell, too.
They confused Tigger with Freddy, because all he does is say bitch while clawing and slashing people. Bitch. Again, nothing to do with the actual character.
Well, of course he doesn't say bitch.
Being silly and having fun with the one-liners, but then again, the rest of the movie takes itself so...
Yeah, I'm just gonna wait till it comes out on Peacock or something like that to even think about watching it.
Incredibly seriously that when Tigger Kruger shows up and gets all silly, it almost feels out of place. Otherwise, the other monsters are back, and they look like they're just rocking in for the job. Ugh. Gotta kill some humans again.
They look better in the first one.
Having fun. Either give them fun personalities or
Freddy eating that pizza shit.
Add some physicality and charisma to your bad guy. These monsters look so bored and they're not scary. They're not shot in a way where they feel menacing and otherworldly. Nah, most of the time they'll just cut to a close-up of one of the monsters. Oh, there it is. Okay. The way you shoot your monster is as important as the way the monster looks. The spider head from the Thing wouldn't look as great if it hadn't been shot properly. So when you cut to a flashback of young Pooh and he's just out in the daylight, it comes off as silly. I think Owl is probably the coolest of the bunch, and he's actually pretty scary. He can fly and snatch people away. And he's one of the few that feels like a threat, so that was nice.
Bless me, sorry guys.
Awkwardly run at you. Christopher Robin is also back. Remember that fantastic character? And there's an attempt to flesh it out here, but it's incredibly bland and manipulative. Hey little sister, I love you so much. We're so happy and quirky together. Oh, I love you, mom and dad. I love you, boring girlfriend with no personality. They try to make him a real character, but it's impossible not to feel like it's just padding in between the kills. I guess it doesn't help that the dialogue is... oof. It's not great. People are just reading their lines, and nothing feels genuine here. When he's on the phone with his girlfriend or having a conversation with his little sister, I'm not immersed in those moments and in the characters, because all I see is the two actors going through the motions, pretending to laugh and be happy, and just waiting to hear, God, here's a little compliment though. There is some new lore sprinkled here and there, and those scenes were probably the most interesting. There's some stuff about Christopher Robin's childhood and the time he spent with Pooh and his other friends, and I found it to be, dare I say, almost kind of clever and interesting. You also learn more about how the monsters came to be, and that was fun. But they only scratched the surface before getting back to decapitations and bad acting. It's as if they had some ideas on how to expand this universe, but then they didn't really know what to do with it. So it ends up just feeling like
They got Baby Oopsie and a
Now,
Chucky
you could
Dino
say,
with it all
we're not
back there.
here for the story and the writing and the characters. We're here for the bloodbath. A movie like Terrifier is a gore fest without much of a plot, and that has quite the fan base. But the thing is, although I'm not a big fan of that first Terrifier, I can still say that it has very memorable and creative kills. Say what you will about the film, but nobody could make a Terrifier movie quite like Damien Leone does it. In Blood
Yeah. Terrifier and Terrifier 2 are great movies. This is not.
and Honey 2, you just get decapitation.
Sounds like
over and
not.
over
That
again,
sounds not
as well
good.
as a surprising amount of off-screen kills, chopping heads off, ripping faces off, shoving a face in a bear trap. That's all fun for gorehounds, but it's nothing special that we haven't seen before. And it's not shot very well either. Pooh and the other monsters often feel awkward and stiff, especially in a quote-unquote fight scene in the woods against rednecks. They don't look like very competent killers. I couldn't take them seriously. What's more, the kills don't have any impact on the story, similar to
Dude, are you supposed to take it seriously or what? I don't know what you're thinking when you're watching
what I
your
once said
movies,
about
but
Halloween Kills. They just stop the plot from going forward to introduce a bunch of characters that you know nothing about, and then they immediately get killed, and then we get back to the story and the main character until they stop it again to introduce some more people that immediately get killed, and then just do that over and over.
hey, Halloween
I
Kills
don't
was
care
great,
about
man.
the kills if I have no idea who's getting killed. Friday the 13th victims have better developed characters. There is one rave scene that's actually pretty fun, so look that up when it's out on YouTube. It's a pretty enjoyable 5-minute scene. In the end, Blood and Honey 2 might be a slight improvement over the last piece of shit they made, but this still very much feels like a fan film to me. Had this been a free fan film on YouTube, it would have been perfectly fine. Some fun gore here and there, and everything else is incredibly mediocre, but, you know, it's young filmmakers having fun making a little horror movie. But when you have to pay full price for a ticket, expecting to watch a real movie, and that's what you get, again, it's just not enough. I'm sure
That's why I'm not seeing it in theaters. Fuck that shit.
on stopping anytime soon, but it somehow feels very lazy. Yes, it had a bigger budget, better monsters, better kills, better cinematography. Yeah, it's starting to look like a real movie, but besides the obvious technical improvements, what does this movie offer that's new and interesting? Who was this made for? What was I made for?
Billie Eilish.
Gorehounds are going to be left unimpressed. Feature fans are going to get awkward guys in costumes that aren't scary in the slightest, and fans of simply competent and original horror films are essentially getting a mediocre fan film. Listen, making movies is incredibly hard. I get it.
Yeah.
Trying something, it just wasn't for me. Watch this if you like to see a yellow furry bear decapitate people. You're gonna get some mild amusement out of it, I'm sure. But otherwise, despite the bigger budget, I don't see how this is such a big improvement over the first one. It's the same old shit with no ounce of creativity and a whole lot of laziness. Also, the movie ends with a very out-of-place shitty pop song. What the hell was that about? But some people seem to like the movie, so don't take my word for it, I guess. Apparently they've announced a Pooh-niverse now. Yeah. Pooh-niverse. Am I right? I give Blood and Honey 2 honeypots out of 5. Do better. Well, that's about it. Until next time, keep watching horror movies. It's good for your health. Bye-bye.
Yeah, it is good for my health, I guess. Yes. That's why I don't go to the theaters anymore. Most of the movies are there are either expensive or not good. That's why I'm waiting to see Imaginary on fucking streaming or something, because I heard that movie was not too great. And I heard this wasn't too great, so that's why I'm waiting until it comes on streaming to see them. But if they're requests, I have no idea. I might see one of them, I don't know. But I'm waiting till they come out on streaming, guys. Come on. With that said, Thank you guys for watching. Take care. Peace out. Let me know what you think of this movie. If you've seen Winnie the Pooh and Honey 2, let me know what you think of the movie if you've seen it. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace out. Peace out. It's always a pleasure. Bye-bye. I'm out.